Hello and welcome again to Rags to Riches. Same time as usual. Let's dive in and have a look what's happened this week. This week has been a pretty poor week for me, to be fair. I'll insert a screenshot just now, just to show you. I didn't do great this week, but there's some wins there and there. So I think I still think I've improved a lot over the last week, even though I'm not really won that many. But there we go. That's how it goes. I think I've improved a lot on my timings more than anything. Before I would just build things on a whim, whereas now I've been a bit more careful about when I'm building and what I'm building when. Alright, so pretty standard play, open with the barracks. He's doing the same thing, but as you can see here, for whatever reason, I presume he's seen people wall in before, and he's trying to do it himself, but I don't think he's quite grasped it, because there's a clear gap there. Right, let's see units. So I'm already heading in SCVs, so it's looking pretty good. I've got my first gas down, got Marines on the way, got my orbital command up, and I've got this SCV just waiting here to check for an expansion. Let's see when that comes. In the meantime, he's got another barracks going down. It's all okay. So, first lot of gas, I'm now building a factory with it, so that I can get out some tanks quite early on. I've also changed the placement of how I do my walls, realising that a lot of the time my first barracks goes to waste because I can't put an expansion on it. Usually because you can only do it when you're on certain positions on the map. So now I've realised I can move it to still get the wall off, but have it in a more prime position for to add an expansion onto it. So yeah, adding some more FCVs on there. Production's falling behind a little bit. There we go. Yep. So really, I shouldn't be. See, I'm behind in SCVs now. So given one thing, his SCV production is a bit more consistent than mine is. But as you can see here, I'll slow it down a bit. For whatever reason, I just don't think he quite grasped the idea of building placement, because he's got an engineering bay out here, he's got a factory out here. It's all over the place. I mean, look, even I know. Look, you've got all this room here. Why wouldn't you put buildings in there? You want stuff in the high ground. You don't want to be putting things down here until you run out of room in the high ground. Especially not your research facilities anyway. Because let's say I went in for an all-in marine push, that'd be the first thing I go. Then that'd be a complete waste. So yeah, he's got SCVs doing nothing here. So he's falling behind in terms of SCV production as well now. He's got far too many units on his gas. SCV not doing anything there. So, whereas over here, this is one of the times I've been working on. Around about 5 minutes I'll have my first expansion goes down, my first command center will go down, and I'll expand behind a push. See, I've got a bunch of Marines in the tank, and I do have siege mode. So I should be able to do a nice little bit of damage here and also see what he's got. So let's have a poke at the ramp, see what there is. Set this up. There we go. Nice little. Just clean up these Marines. The stupid thing I do just leave this tank here. I suppose I could have salvaged it, but you might have just chased it down anyway. So in the meantime, I've just built a bunker just in case. Let's see what I'm doing. A few marauders going out. Build some more barracks. I should have built these barracks a long time ago. I really want to be building more buildings as I'm expanding rather than after. Well, I tend to get a bit fixated on the micro. So yeah, he's recovering up a little bit, and as you can see, he's not putting anything up here. Which is, I suppose, it's kind of a clever idea. And in fact, I'm not gonna scan that area just yet. He's got a starport going down. So that's all I would have seen, is just a couple of barracks in the starport. In the meantime, I'm just pushing out units. Make sure I don't get supply blocked. two at a time there. Some more Reds, so I want a higher Marine composition. I don't really need the Marauders, in fact I'm probably wasting gas getting the Marauders, as I only really need it if he's going for some sort of tech, and considering I already know that how many barracks he's got, it's pretty unlikely that he's going for a full mech build. I think what he is doing, however, is just going for some sort of a death ball, because I think he gets some Vikings out as well later. Oh, there we go. Anyway, building the army. It's getting pretty late now, so around about 30 minutes. Yeah, so this command centre that I'm building now, that's a bit late really, but better late than never. SCV production have stopped again, but it's higher than his, so you'll see I've said why I turned it down, because for some reason he decided to turn the gain speed down. I don't know why people do that. It tends to be the marker of someone that really does not know what they're doing, and turn the gain speed down, because there really is no point. It won't change anything, you'd be wasting your time really. You might as well get used to having it on the high speed anyway. So he has got some nice production going on, to be fair. You know, he's got, for what he's built, he's got a fair amount of units on. But my god, it's very eclectic. Let's have a look. And he's also got no hotkeys, so he's just doing everything with his mouse, I presume. I don't know, not really watched what he was actually doing. Staring into space. Okay. Anyway, in the meantime, I'm just waiting for a few more tanks, I think, and then it'll be time to move out. So yeah, it's time to move out. So I assumed after this amount of time that he's probably taken some sort of foothold. He may have taken the Zelnaga Tower. So I decided, and because I know that I've got this one, I don't want to show what's going towards him. So presuming he's got this one, I decided to take my army around. And also, then this way I can check if he's got a third or not at the same time, because I've now taken my third. So I really want to be in a position where I can be denying his where possible. And it seems he's decided to roll out at the same time. Yeah, so he's not really got a specific composition. He's got a lot of Marines, a few tanks, a few Vikings, bit of everything. Nothing specific, but that's to be expected. So my army's rolling around here, and I think you'll see kind of hit the sweet spot of openings really. So I just hit that. He immediately sees what's happening and pulls his units around. But I think he presumably just auto-passed them down. So they end up splitting up a little bit. All his air units come over, which get immediately taken out, and I've got the high ground with my tanks, which means there's not really much he can do. Use my stem there just to clean these up. Yeah, didn't even have time to siege his tanks. So that was a pretty effective push. And as you can see now, he's got absolutely nothing left. So now it's just a case of rolling in and cleaning up. And I do eventually get a message to this guy after the game to give him a few tips. But yeah, just sloppy placement. He doesn't keep up his marine production, his SCV production. He doesn't have any idea what he's doing. There's no scouting going on, or very minimal scouting anyway. Yeah, that is that. So next, obviously, is the game I lose. This is going to highlight one of my problems at the moment as well, and that is I'm getting a bit stuck of how to deal with one basic aggression, and I misread the situation as well. So let's move ahead. So over here, command center, nice constant stream of SCVs as per usual. So yeah, get a supply depot down on 9 or 10. I'll try and build it at 9, but it's usually at 10 by the time it goes down. And then I'll immediately send that one to scout. Nice and simple. And as I know, because I know I'm against Protoss, what I'm probably going to be building towards is an early Marauder push. So I'll get my barracks down. Notice I've not put it in the position to get the to get a tac lab on it though. Naughty, naughty. So quick scout up here, see what he's building, see the pylon, see the gateway. Nothing too fishy. All I can expect out of that is gateway units. So building Marauders is probably the best way forward. So I'll take my gas, get the supply depot down, and then I've got this guy hidden up here to see when he takes his expansion. Because he's a Protoss, I usually expect that to be quite early to be fair. What's going on down here? Yep, so Marines coming out, get the command center down for some scans. I think what I'll probably be aiming for as well is stacking up my scans because I'm getting sick of getting DT rushed. Because he hadn't expanded on this particular game, I sort of assumed that's what he's going for, so I was a bit hesitant to roll out too early, to be fair. I think you're supposed to expect DT rushes around about the 7.5 minute mark, and obviously because I didn't get any vision, I don't know what he's if it's going to be coming or not. So I've not built an engineering bay yet. I think it goes down after this third barracks. But anyway, got my command center going down. Supply box a little bit there. Take a second gas to supplement the my research. Yeah, oh, guy doing nothing there. So in the meantime, he's pushing out over here. But he's not. I don't think he's scouted at this point. Yeah, he doesn't know where I am. He didn't give an initial scout. I think because he assumes I'm on a cross position up here. Because I think he's putting a couple of proxy pylons there. Yeah.
Armed and ready.
Not doing anything there either. Nope, seems good.
SCV ready. It's go time.
So yeah, it's about 7.5 minutes now, so I get my engineering bay down just in case. I've not got nearly enough Marauders as I was hoping for, but they're not doing anything, so that's kind of my own fault. So, decided to push my expansion out, and we'll just see what happens. So you can see what's happening here. He's what I should have done is realise that he's still on one base, and just pushed out nothing but units. I should have stayed put. But no, I assume I make the assumption that he's still going for DTs. So I've got my scans awaiting, and I think I'll wait for a few more. Oh no, I don't even wait for a few more Marauders. 5 Marauders really. So he's now seen where I come and he knows that that little push is coming towards it. But by this point, he's got more than enough units to deal with it because he's doing nothing but build units. And this is the problem I'm having with one base aggression. You see, he's got plenty of money as well. He could have even more units. But yeah, doesn't go swimmingly well for me. And especially when I've got a barracks not doing anything as well. So I'm trying to get a few more Marauders out, but by this point it's too late. And he's just got this one tiny, well, not tiny, but he decides to push it. Does it for him. No, because I expected the DTs. But no matter, that's how it goes. And I immediately recognise where this is going. So, yeah. So, until then, I'll see you all next week, and hopefully I might have made some improvements now next week. I won't have a repeat of this week's scores. So, until next time, see you then.